6 million years ago, your ancestor was sitting in a tree. It had been sitting in trees for a very long time. So had its parents. And their parents. And every creature before them, stretching back through time, for over 50 million years. Then something changed. Not slowly. Not gradually. In evolutionary terms, almost overnight. One branch of apes stepped down from the canopy, stood upright on the ground, and never climbed back up. Everything you are today began in that moment. But here is the strange part. We do not fully understand why. We know when it happened. We know where. We even know which species crossed that line first. What we are still piecing together is the reason. And the reason, it turns out, is terrifying. East Africa. Approximately 6 to 8 million years ago. The continent was changing. The climate was shifting. Slowly at first, then faster. The dense rainforests that had covered Central and Eastern Africa for millions of years began to shrink. What replaced them was open grassland. Dry. Exposed. Dangerous. Paleoanthropologist Richard Potts at the Smithsonian Institution calls this period climate instability. Not one big change. A constant oscillation, wet to dry to wet again. Forest to grassland to forest. The species that could not adapt died out. And one small group of apes, living at the forest edge, was forced to make a choice. Stay in a shrinking forest. Or venture into the open. Most of their cousins stayed. Chimpanzees. Gorillas. Orangutans. They retreated deeper into the remaining forest and survived there. But one lineage moved into the grassland. And the grassland immediately tried to kill them. Think about what that first step into open ground actually meant. In a forest, you are hidden. The canopy is your armor. Food is above you. Predators are visible from a distance. On open savanna, you are exposed. You are slow. You are small. You have no claws. No fangs. No armor. Lions see you. Leopards see you. Hyenas smell you. What on earth made this worth it? The answer is bipedalism. Standing upright on two legs is one of the strangest things an ape has ever done. It is biomechanically awkward. It makes you taller, more visible to predators. It slows your sprint. So why did natural selection not eliminate it immediately? Because of one thing it does extraordinarily well. Walking upright is efficient. Dramatically more efficient than knuckle walking on all fours. Anthropologist Herman Pontzer at Duke University has spent years measuring energy expenditure in primates. His findings are striking. Humans burn roughly 75% less energy per kilometer walked than a chimpanzee covering the same distance. On the open savanna, where food was sparse and scattered over vast distances, that efficiency was everything. A bipedal ape could walk further. Search wider. Outlast. But bipedalism alone did not make us human. Something else was happening at the same time. As the body changed, so did the brain. The fossil record shows a slow but unmistakable trend. From Sahelanthropus cadensis, one of the earliest known hominins, discovered in Chad in 2001, to Australopithecus afarensis, the species made famous by the fossil known as Lucy, found by Donald Johanson in Ethiopia in 1974, brain volume was increasing. Not dramatically. Not yet. But the trajectory had begun. Lucy lived approximately 3.2 million years ago. She walked upright. Her brain was roughly 450 cubic centimeters. About the size of a modern chimpanzee's. Yet she was already something new. Something that had crossed a line. What was the line? Here is where it gets strange. Around 2.6 million years ago, something accelerated. Stone tools appeared in the archaeological record. In what is now Kenya and Ethiopia, early hominins were deliberately shaping rock. That requires forward planning. Abstract thinking. The ability to hold a future outcome in mind while performing a present action. That is not the behavior of an ape. Something in the brain had shifted. Researchers like Dean Falk at Florida State University have studied endocasts, fossil impressions of the inside of ancient skulls. The frontal lobe, responsible for planning and social behavior, was reorganizing. The same pressure that forced the body to adapt was rewiring the mind. Dangerous environments favor intelligence. They favor cooperation. They favor communication. On the savannah, a lone early human was prey. A group of early humans with coordinated hunting, shared knowledge, and symbolic language was something else entirely. Was our intelligence always inside us, waiting to emerge? Or did the world have to break us open first? By 1.8 million years ago, Homo erectus was walking out of Africa. Taller, bigger-brained. With fire. They crossed into the Middle East. Into Asia. Into Europe. They carried something no other animal had ever carried before. Not tools. Not fire. A model of the future. The ability to imagine a place they had never been, and walk toward it. Every city on Earth. Every language. Every scientific discovery. Every war. Every work of art. It all traces back to one climate shift in East Africa that took everything away. And left one small, frightened ape with nothing to do but think.